A national organization of librarians tonight is calling Indianapolis an inhospitable location to host their July convention.
This follows this really exhaustive search for a new leader for the Indianapolis Public Library. So take a look. This was the scene back in December outside the downtown branch. Protesters urging the board there to hire the interim CEO, Nichelle Hayes.
Our Karen Campbell talked with that national organization today to find out what happens next.
And, this was actually going to be our first in-person conference since 2020.
Mahassan Amin, co-chair of the National Conference of African American Librarians, says the decision to cancel the July convention came after the Indianapolis Public Library Board of Trustees reopened the search for a new CEO.
How can you say that there are needs that an interim person may lack, but you can't tell us quantitatively what those might actually be?
Nichelle Hayes has been serving as interim CEO for nearly a year. The decision to not give Hayes the job has triggered frustration and outrage from Hoosiers. Protesters made their voices heard in December outside the library.
Fight back! Get back! Fight back!
On Friday, city-county councilors wrote a letter to the board and said the search for a new CEO has resulted in more instability and turmoil for the library. And the board's decision to reopen the search will have a detrimental impact on the system. The library board responded in a 6-page letter reading in part, Ms. Hayes was not a runner-up in the CEO search process. Also, the board considers library staff surveys, candidate reference feedback, and anonymous evaluations when choosing a candidate. Amin says the problem is bigger.
You hit a glass ceiling that shouldn't be a career glass ceiling because you don't fit what they might want in a candidate, or you're bringing a certain aesthetic in your current position. You can't break out of that. Our membership experiences that, and they understand the hurt and the trauma that inflicts on someone. For me to see all of this happening is just really, really heartbreaking, especially having watched something similar unfold with my own career.
That conference has now been postponed to 2024, and it's going to be held in New Orleans. In terms of when the Indianapolis Public Library will have their next CEO, well, that remains the question.